welcome back. So in my last video, I showed you guys this. The very first guitar that I ever painted, which also happens to be the very first thing I ever airbrushed. Wow, there's some serious reflection on that. Sorry. Anyway, yes, I know it's terrible. Thank you for noticing. In this video, I'm going to do some modifications to it. So last time I mentioned that the original plan when I was, I don't know why I designed this graphic, but when I was thinking up the graphic for this, the original plan was never to put this black plastic pick guard back on. That was the stock pick guard that came with it. And this is the stock pickup, yada yada. So today, I'm going to give this thing a little upgrade. I'm going to put on a new pick guard. I'm making one for it. And a different pickup and etc. I'm basically just going to hot rod this thing. So before I do that, we're going to do a sound sample. Thanks to YouTube sound compression, my horribly inadequate recording equipment, aka the camera microphone, and a total lack of playing skill, I think you're in for an experience that you will soon want to forget. So without further ado, here's me making a fool out of myself, so you can get just a general concept of what the guitar sounds like as it currently is. Well, that's enough of that crap. Let's see what we can do to make this sound a little better, shall we? Alright guys, here it is. Witness the illogical combination of relatively high quality components and low quality workmanship. So I actually think that looks kind of good considering what we started with. Anyway, what we've got here, what we changed out is obviously the pick guard, the pickup, and the pot. And of course the knob for the pot. So this is an aluminum diamond plate pick guard. I chose the diamond plate for the aesthetics of it, but the aluminum it was not just for the aesthetics. Thing is, people use copper tape or aluminum tape, foil, stuff like that on the backs of their pick guards to shield them to prevent noise or reduce noise. And using an aluminum pick guard negates the need for that because it is in and of itself very conductive. It also has a bit of a ring to it, so it makes the guitar a little louder when it's not plugged in. So I changed out the pickup in here as well from the stock, whatever that was in here, because this is a Squire Bullet. I obviously chose an inexpensive guitar for my first airbrush job. It was only logical, and I'm glad I did. Anyway, I changed that out. This is a DiMarzio Deactivator X. So it's pretty metal, if you will. I replaced the plastic knob that came with it with this metal one, and I changed out the pot for a push-pull, which I've got wired up to switch between series and parallel. So if you don't know, you can wire a humbucker two ways, series and parallel. You can set these things up for coil tapping, yada yada, but I figured the settings that I'll be using on this thing, if I were to coil tap, would be quite, well, they probably wouldn't be too buzzy because I've got a metal pickguard on here that's conductive, but they would be very, very bright. So I opted for the series parallel wiring instead. Anyway, I guess it's time for the moment that no one's been waiting for. We'll do another sound test here. I haven't changed the settings on the amp at all because, well, I haven't been gone from the amp that long. So I'm just going to fire it back up. And I don't remember what kind of junk I played last time, but I'll try and give you a little bit of a variety, show you the coil tap and whatnot, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell a difference in the sound from this just through YouTube, but who knows. Hopefully this works. So with the coil down, or the pot down, and up. Down again. That's really loud. Up. Down. And up. Alright, let's get into the stuff that this pickup was made for, shall we? See if we can get a bit more of a rock tone here. Dial off the volume, turn down the distortion a bit. Well, all in all, I think that sounds pretty good, considering what this guitar cost originally. I think that pickup's probably worth more than the rest of the instrument combined. And obviously the new wiring and the pickguard actually make quite a bit of a difference. This isn't the first time that I've done a metal pickguard for a guitar. You'd be surprised what those things can do. Anyway, I hope you guys found this mildly entertaining. I apologize again for my subpar guitar playing, but what can you do? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We got a couple of cool projects coming up. A guitar kit that's going to be built sometime in the near future, hopefully, and one other project that's going to be a bit of a surprise. And by that I mean I don't know if it's going to work. Wish me luck. Thanks. See you next time.